today, I wanted to talk a little bit about getting going again. We have had, as we're all just talking about, we've had a tremendous change. You know, when I talk about things, a lot of times I talk about paradigms. And paradigms, if you don't know what they are, a paradigm is simply a group or a multitude of habits that controls the way that we do things. And those things that we do, being controlled by paradigms, it's automatic. When you get up in the morning, you don't have to really think about, well, I'm going to sit up, I'm going to walk over and use the bathroom, I'm going to go. You know, you have a routine that you fall into. And those routines are paradigms. You fall into this group of things that you do automatically. There's probably, with me, I do things automatically in the morning. There's probably 15 things I do before I'm even really awake. And when you start to think about how those paradigms were developed, like if you decide, like Jen and I were talking a few minutes ago, if you decide you need to get up at 4:30 in the morning instead of 8 o'clock, it would take you a while to build that paradigm. The experts say
some of us longer.
Thank you forever. Yeah. But the experts say it takes between 26 and 31 days to make a new habit a conscious thing that you're going to be doing. So those habits that you want to change can be changed, not real hard, but they can be changed fairly easily. So think about what's happened this last year and 4 or 5 months. We have had an enormous shock to our systems. Paradigms and the way we do things really only get changed 2 different ways. They're done by studying or constant-spaced repetition, which is really what happens. You say, I'm going to do this every day, this is the way it is. You do it for so many days, you change. Or a shock happens. What happened March 17th was the day that affected me. That was the day that I shut down my business. And I said, I got to go home because the governor told me to go home. Now, I personally, if you were around me at that time, I was telling everybody this will never happen, this will never happen, this will never happen. It could never happen. It might be able to happen in other cultures, but our culture is too independent. We're too crazy. We're too dependent on our cars. We're too dependent on going to work. It happened. I was wrong. And now you look at what's happening and you go, this is not really good. It's been a long time for some of us since we got out of the house and went to a meeting. It's been a long time for some of us since we got out of the house and went to work. You know, the idea that we've changed things is not going to change itself back without conscious effort.